closer than it probably should have been?
Yeah, it should have been. Obviously, sending off change game. Probably cruise control for about 70 minutes. Really comfortable. Gone 3-0 up, and then a daft sending off. Obviously, change game, but we've seen it out.
Do you feel the turning point was the sending off?
Yeah, it's obviously going to give them a lift. We'd have done the same if we'd have been in that position. It gives them a lift. But I was really, really pleased for 70 minutes of that game today. Really pleased. I thought we played some good football. We were clinical when we needed to be clinical. The stuff that we'd worked on in training all week had paid off. So for 70 minutes, pleased with how we played and the football that we played. But for 90 minutes, I was pleased with how the lads dug in.
Went 2-0 up inside the first 10 minutes. Was it your game plan to come out and attack straight from there?
Yeah, we didn't want to start slow. We knew that if we'd have started slow, they would have got on top of the game, and it would have made it a little bit more difficult for us. So we wanted to start quick. We did that, and obviously got 2-0 up in 70 minutes. I thought as a team we defended well for the rest of the first half. Obviously, the second half we come out again, nice and compact, stayed strong, kept us shape, passed it when we needed to pass it. Obviously got the third, and then I thought we were probably going to go on and kill the game off even more. But all I'm bothered about is the 3 points end of the day.
Would you say that's arguably the biggest win of the season?
Possibly, but like I just said to you before this interview, we've only lost 1 in the last 5. We're picking up points away from home now, which we weren't doing earlier on in the season. We've still got a very good home record, and we need to be positive. Naturally, there's a lot of negativity when you lose to your local rivals, and that's understandable. But the bigger picture is we've lost 1 in 5, and we've won again. We've won away from home today. We drew away from home last week, so we're starting to pick up points now. It's like I said all along, with a young team with a lot of young talent that could go on and play a lot higher than what they are now. You're going to get a bit of indifference, and that's just a learning curve for them. But I was really, really pleased with how the younger lads and the experienced lads dug in today and got a vital 3 points.
Nathan Jarman pulled up in the warm-up. How's he?
I don't know yet. I've not spoke to Jono. It were a little bit tight, so we'll have to assess him in a week. But Ash's come in and done brilliant. Got 2 goals.
And Burdett getting his first goal for the club, how have you felt his performance since coming to Gainsborough?
I thought in patches he's done really, really well. He's got a lot of good attributes, that's why we brought him here. Obviously he's finished really well as well. But he gets in good positions, he's direct when he's positive. And if we can just get him being a little bit more positive and believing in himself, he'll cause lots of problems for defenders, because he's got the attributes to go on and terrorise the team. He's quick, he's strong, he's got low centre of gravity, so he gets past people. So I thought his performance was really good today.
And unbeaten in a couple of games, is it because you're back in the team?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like I said last week, if I can help in any way, and if I help today with dragging people about and keeping us high when we need to be kept high and talking, then that's a bonus for the team. It's not about me. Them lads that have played 20 odd games this season have been brilliant. Like I just said, we've got a lot of young, really good players that can go on and play higher, and this is the platform that we want to give them. It's not a case of me coming in and saying, right, I'm coming in and we're going to be all hunky-dory now, because it's the lads that have been brilliant all season for me, and that win shows that today. They've grafted, they've played for shirt, they've played for me, they've played for Foz, and they've played for themselves. And like I said, last 5 games I've lost one, so we need to keep that positivity going now throughout the club, throughout the fans, and hopefully can kick us on.
Do you feel yourself and Johan Evans are developing a decent partnership?
Yeah, he's probably not had somebody talk to him like I do next to him in a game. I'm constantly in his ear all the time, because he needs that. If he is to go on and play higher, which I think he can, he's been outstanding for the last 10 games, then he's going to have to get used to an older head next to him, giving him a bit of a rollicking when he needs to, and dragging him around the pitch when he needs to, because he's only going to get that experience the more games he plays. Like I said to you last week when I went to Hinkley, I had a really, really different first season. My first season in Conference North, I was good for 2 games, poor for 3 games, good for 3 games, poor for 5. And you only get that consistency when you play. And he's developing it now. Same with Brad. When he comes back in, he's done well for 6, 7, 8 games. And he's got a spell out. You look at Josh Lacey's first season when he comes to the club. He was indifferent, but he's played a lot of games now, and he's establishing himself as a really, really good full-back at this level who could go on and play higher. And you're only going to get consistency with the more games you play, and that's not rocket science. That's what football is. And if we can keep a core of younger lads and develop them for the future, like I said, if it goes on to make the club some money, brilliant. If not, we've got a good group of young players that can, hopefully develop next season as well.